Hello my dear children, welcome you all to my English grammar class on Madhu App. Today we will discuss about the rest part of our ongoing chapter, Adverbs and Adverbials. Before leading to our main theme, please read the sentences given below and mark the difference between them. I made them understand easily. I made them understand the plan in an easy way. So, see the difference in between the sentences given here. The second one, the man was shouting loudly. The man was shouting very loudly. Third one, Sam said politely. Sam said it in a polite way. And you know all these things because in our last class we have already discussed about these things. So, adverbials, adverbs and adverbials mean the same thing and express very often the same meaning also. The difference what you observe in the last table, that an adverbial consists of more than one word, which may be a noun phrase, a prepositional phrase, or an adverb phrase. See the example given here. She came into the room quietly. We can say in another way to that sentence, she came into the room in a quiet manner. We have observed here quietly in the first sentence and in a quiet manner in the second sentence. Express the same meaning, but in a quiet manner. Here, this is the adverbial. Okay, my dear children, we have already discussed an adverbial can be an adverb phrase, a prepositional phrase, or a noun phrase. So, let's discuss. We were driving very slowly. Please see the example given here. Here, very slowly starts with an adverb very along with another adverb slowly. So, that's why this is an adverb phrase. Next sentence, they played wonderfully well. You will see here, wonderfully is an adverb along with well. So, this phrase is also an adverb phrase because this begins with the word wonderfully, which is an adverb. In the next examples, you will see that we were playing in the park. So, where were we playing? You will get the answer in the park. You can say that in the park may be an adverb of a place, but it begins with a preposition in. That's why this is a prepositional phrase. Mother is not at home. So you can say that at home is it can be a adverb of place, but you will see that it begins with the word at. That's why this is also a prepositional phrase. Next one, I cut it with a knife. So if you will put a question here, how did I cut it? So you will get the answer with a knife. in this phrase you will see that the phrase begins with a preposition with. That's why you can say that this is a prepositional phrase. Okay, my dear students. Next, he came last Sunday. So here, if you will put a question, when did he come? You will get the answer. What? Can you say? Yes, you are right. You will get that. Last Sunday. You can say that. This is an adverb of time. But here, this adverb begins with a noun last. That's why this is a noun phrase. Okay? Mihir lives next door. Where does Mihir live? You will definitely get the answer next door. And you will see that this is also your answer. Next door starts with the word next, which is a noun. That's why this is a noun phrase. I got your letter this morning. When did I get your letter? Can you say the answer? Right. The answer is this morning. And now the phrase starts with the word this. And this, you can say that this is a pronoun. It can also called as a noun. That's why this is a noun phrase. Do you understand, my dear students? Very good. Now we will discuss about the position of adverbs. Adverbs do not follow a rigid rule for their position. You know it very well. They mainly go in 3 positions in the sentence. What are the 3 positions? Can you say? Very good. They are front, mid, and end positions. Look at the position of the adverb slowly below. Slowly I opened the door. You will see that slowly is in the front position, in the beginning of the sentence. I slowly opened the door. Here you will see that slowly is in the mid position, in the mid of the sentence, in the middle of the sentence. I opened the door slowly. Please mark here, slowly is in the end of the sentence. So, we have observed that we can use the adverbs in 3 different positions: front, middle, or end position. Okay, my dear students. Now, let's discuss about the front position of adverbs. See the examples given here. Perhaps the man is blind. This is the adverb. You will see that this is a sentence adverb and it is used in the front position. Yesterday I met him in a shop. You know it very well that yesterday is an adverb of time and it is used here in the front position. Usually he comes to office in time. You know that usually is an adverb of frequency. Slowly he opened the door and you know that slowly is an adverb of manner, isn't it? So, sentence adverbs and most adverbs of time go in the front position. Some frequency adverbs like usually, sometimes, normally, occasionally, etc. can go in the front position also. These adverbs do not tell us the exact number of frequency. Here you can mark that usually he comes to office in time. The word usually doesn't say us the exact number of occurrence of that event. So we use the adverb of manner in the front position for special emphasis. Here you can see, slowly he opened the door. Do you understand? He slowly opened the door. Here some emphasis is given here, that's why it is used in the front position, being an adverb of manner. Now let's discuss the use of adverbs in the mid position. In the mid position, adverbs can go in 3 different positions. When the main verb of the sentence is a be verb, please remember it, the adverb goes immediately after it. Let's see the examples. They are really hardworking. Here you can mark that the word really or the adverb really is used just after the verb are. Okay? She is probably right. See the rule here. What is given here? When the main verb of the sentence is a be verb, we have already discussed it. So it is used just after the verb, be verb. Okay, my dear students. Very good. Sometimes a verb phrase may have more than 2 parts or more parts, like has done, will be, finished, etc. Here the adverb goes after the first auxiliary. So, I have never seen a tiger. Sorry, my dear students, there will be a full stop. Okay? So, you can see that never is here in between have and seen. He is always doing something. So, is and doing. These are the verb particles here, and always is in between the verb. He would certainly have met you earlier. So, you can see the verb group here. Would have met and certainly is used here just after the first auxiliary. Okay, my dear students. But adverbs of manner and degree go after the second auxiliary. I have been patiently waiting for him. You can see that patiently, the adverb is used after have been, and they would have definitely done this. You can mark that after would have, means after the second auxiliary. Definitely, as you know that this is an adverb of degree, is used after the second auxiliary. Okay, my dear students, adverb of you can see that adverbs go immediately before the main verb. Sorry, my dear students, there should be an I, main verb, if it is not a be verb. Mark here, if it is not a be verb. Okay, let's see the examples. I certainly feel better today. So, certainly, the adverb is used just before the verb. And you know that this is not a be verb. He never does his homework or work properly. Though never is an adverb of frequency, it is used just before the verb does. Likewise, you can see that he immediately realized his mistake, and immediately is used just before the verb realized here. Okay? So, adverbs of frequency, manner, some sentence adverbs, and a few time adverbs like soon, just, etc. go in this position, means in the mid position. Adverbs of frequency like always, never, seldom, scarcely, etc. go in the mid position also. Normally, these adverbs of frequency do not go in the front position, but for special emphasis, they do not go in the front position. Please mark here, my dear students. But for special emphasis, they can go in the front position. When they are used at the beginning of the sentence, there will be an inversion of subject and verb, or you can say they are followed by the auxiliary, then the subject, and then the main verb comes. Let's see the examples here. Rarely have I come across such a sight. So, rarely, as you know that rarely is an adverb of frequency. Okay? So, you will see that there is have, and then comes the subject, then comes main verb. So, this is called the inversion of subject and verb. Seldom does he help anybody. You can see that here the auxiliary does follows the adverb seldom. Okay? Now, let's discuss the end position of adverbs. Most adverbs of manner, place, time, and some adverbs of frequency telling the exact number of occurrence, such as 4 times a week, go in the end position. So, adverbs come after the verb if the verb does not have a direct object. You can see here the children are playing happily. So, what do you mark here? Here, the adverb comes just after the verb. Just after the verb. Do you mark it? Very good. Birds fly in the sky. Where do the birds fly? They fly in the sky. It is just used after the verb here. Okay? You can see that if the verb has a direct object, the adverb goes after the object. It normally doesn't come between the verb and its object. See the examples here. I met him yesterday. So you can see that. When did I meet him? What would be the answer? Please say. Yes, you are right. It is yesterday. And you can see that it is used just after him, after the object. She painted the picture carefully. How did she paint the picture? Yes, you are right. The answer is carefully, and it is used just after the object, the picture. You should remember that she painted carefully the picture. You should not write this because this is ungrammatical and unacceptable. Okay, my dear students. So let's check our understanding. How far have we understood the topic, what we have discussed today? So use the adverbs given in brackets in the right places. Have you been to Agra? And you have been given ever. You have to use it in its right place. Can you say? Correct. Have you ever been to Agra. The second one, Rani can draw pictures well. And what is the adverb given here? Extremely. Can you say? Where should we put it? You are right. So we should put it here. Rani can draw pictures extremely well. Okay. He is borrowing me. And the adverb given here is always. Can you say? You are right. He is always borrowing me. So, now put the adverbs in their right order. Ram ran the adverbials into the hostel, and another adverb quickly is given here. We should put it in their right order. Ram ran quickly into the hotel. Okay. He saw me. And what are given here? In the mall, accidentally, in Puri. We should put it in their right order. So he saw me accidentally in the mall in Puri. Next one, the headmaster called him, and given here the adverb angrily and adverbial into his office. We have to put it in the right order. So what would be the answer? Can you say? Yes, you are right. The headmaster called him angrily into his office. You are right. Very good. Yes, my dear children, find out what phrase the adverbial conveys in underlined. My father went to Mumbai last year. Can you say? Yes? It is a noun phrase. Okay? Likewise, they shouted very loudly. Can you say the underlined adverbial very loudly? What should be it? Yes, you are right. It is an adverb phrase, as it starts with an adverb very. The birds fly in the sky. So the underlined adverbial is in the sky here. Can you say? Yes, you are right. In the sky is a prepositional phrase. A prepositional phrase. My friend is going to buy a car next year. Next year is also a noun phrase. Okay. Ammu left the place in a happy daze. Can you say the underlined adverbial? What should it convey? Yes, you are correct. This is a prepositional phrase, as we have already discussed, and you know that this begins with a preposition in. Okay, my dear students. Thank you, my dear students. Bye bye.